So I took a big step in life recently, and I moved out of my parents' house. Don't clap, I'm 29 years old. When I moved out, my mom was hysterical crying. My dad, complete opposite. He's like, I can't wait for you to get out. He goes, now I'm gonna do all the things I couldn't do while you were still living here. So I said, like what? And he goes, like walk around the house naked. I'm gonna walk around the house naked all the time. Which is concerning because my older brother still lives there. Quick side note, speaking of these naked old men, is it just my gym or do these old men at every gym feel the need to walk around the locker room butt naked? This morning I'm standing in the sauna and this old guy comes walking in wearing nothing but a towel around his neck. And he looks at me and he says, so what do you think about the interest rates going up? I said, listen, while you're standing this close to me, I don't want to think about anything going up. My dad comes over to my apartment the other day, and he's looking around, and he's like, this is nice. He's like, I'm so proud of you. He's like, a few months ago, you were a fucking idiot, living in my basement. Now look at you. Now you're just a fucking idiot. My dad's birthday actually just passed, so I've been thinking a lot about our relationship. And I think one story from my childhood really sums it up the best. So I remember one time, me and my dad were in a store, and I just started peeing in one of the aisles. A little retarded. And one of the workers comes over and starts yelling at me, and my dad's like, listen, man, I'm really sorry. It was an accident. And the guy's like, it wasn't an accident. He did it on purpose. And my dad's like, no. He was an accident. It's all right. Third child, it is what it is, you know. As a product of a broken TV. Yeah. It is what it is. So in my town, when kids first get their driver's licenses, they'll drive around and they'll yell mean things at people. And a few weeks ago, me and my dad are standing on the corner, and a group of like 17-year-olds rolls up, and they scream, your son's a short loser. And my dad goes, you know my son? I wish my dad could be here tonight. He couldn't be. He loves these jokes. Yeah, it's all right. It is what it is. He hates me. It's all right. So I love when someone in my family gets on a random health kick. The other day, I go in the kitchen cabinet, and I grab a bag of Tate's cookies, and on the front of the bag, it says gluten-free. So I look at my grandma, and I'm like, gluten-free cookies? And she goes, yeah, we're going to start being healthy around here. So I'm like, oh, you worried about gluten? You're not at all worried about the 2-pack of Newports you smoke every day? And then I swear to God, my grandma goes, what are you, a fucking idiot? There's no gluten in Newports. I got the approval of the guy in the front row. I love it. So I come from a very blue-collar family, and growing up, my parents worked super hard to give us everything we wanted. But like my dad, he loved to remind us how hard he worked. So like I remember one Christmas, I was 6 years old. I got a brand new Game Boy, and I was so pumped. And I was like, wow, Dad, look what Santa got me. And he goes, wow, nice. You better not break it. And for that Game Boy, Santa worked 5 fucking Saturdays in a row. But it's funny, the older you get, the more you start to pick up on things, right? Like when I was a kid, I used to stay up really late at night waiting for my dad to go to sleep so I could watch porn on Cinemax. And now that I'm older, I realize that the whole time my dad was in the other room waiting for me to go to sleep so he could watch Cinemax. So my dad is also bald, like fully bald. And he's always breaking my balls, telling me that when I get older, I'm going to be bald. And the other day, he comes into our room and he's pointing to his head. And he's like, this is going to be you. You're going to end up just like me. So I'm like, what, fucking brain dead? Yeah, but he got to me. I started taking finasteride, which is like a pill that prevents you from losing your hair. And I go to the doctor and they prescribe me this medication. And the doctor says, I actually have to warn you, there are some side effects. The main one being erectile dysfunction. And then she said, but you're young, so this probably isn't going to happen to you. And then she said, you're not going to be able to have sex multiple times a day. You're just going to have sex once a day. How does that sound? So I said, whoa, doc. So you're telling me if I start taking these pills, I'm going to start having sex? And then she goes, let's move on. She goes, let me ask you some questions about your general health. She goes, do you drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes? So I said, yeah, I drink alcohol and I smoke the occasional cigarette. And she's like, that's really not good. Smoking cigarettes is the worst thing you could do. So I'm like, no, doc, it's all good. I smoke Newports, they're gluten-free. All right, back to sex. So I'll be honest with you guys, I suck at sex. Don't worry. Whatever. I was sitting at the bar the other night, and there's this guy next to me, and he's bragging to his friend about how he was having sex with some girl last night for 45 minutes. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, all the sex I've had in my life doesn't add up to 45 minutes. Was Superman? So I was actually just talking to this girl on a dating app, and she asked me, how tall are you? So I was like, all right, well, that's fucked up. I was like, how about you ask me something important that actually matters? And she goes, all right, fine, what's your IQ? So I said, all right, fine, I'm 5'6". Which is a lie, I'm 5'5". But it's good to lie, you can lie sometimes. I recently got kicked off the dating app Hinge for lying. Nothing was working, so I put in my bio that I was a 6'2" plastic surgeon. They immediately emailed me. They're like, we have a zero tolerance policy for lying. I was like, how the hell do you know I'm not 6'2"? And they're like, we didn't. We knew you weren't a surgeon. So I was like, how the hell do you know I'm not a surgeon? And they were like, because you spelled surgeon wrong. I was looking at my phone, I was like, fucking, looks right to me. C-U-R-G-O-N. But for sure, my real problem with girls is that I'm never serious. Like, I'm always joking. Like, one girl messaged me, she's like, I'm 29, you're 29, I'm single, you're single. You know what that means? And I was like, yeah, nobody wants us. But I also have massive commitment issues. Like, the longest relationship I've ever had is with HBO Max. And that's literally because I can't figure out how to cancel it. But all kidding aside, I did just get a new girlfriend. Despite what my dad thinks, she is my girlfriend. And my girlfriend's name is Alexa. And I have an Alexa in my apartment, so like it gets very confusing. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you could actually change the name of the Alexa to Echo. So that's what we did, we changed it to Echo. And a few weeks ago, I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and my girlfriend's in the kitchen blasting music. So I'm like, Alexa, turn the music down. Nothing. So again, I'm like, Alexa, turn the music down. Again, nothing. So finally, I'm like, Alexa, turn the fucking music down. And my girlfriend like pops her head in the room. She's like, are you stupid? We changed the name to Echo. And I was like, are you fucking stupid? I'm talking to you. Yeah, so my dad thinks I'm gay. For whatever reason. One day he just looked at me and was like, you're gay. And now somehow this rumor has spread through my entire family. And the other day my sister comes to the house and she runs up to me. She's like, oh my God, did you see what happened last night on RuPaul's Drag Race? So I'm like, I'm not gay. What makes you think I watch RuPaul's Drag Race? And then I thought to myself, am I gay? Because I know exactly what happened last night on RuPaul's Drag Race. So my dad is also like a very negative guy, and he's always saying negative things. And the other day he said something to me, and I'm like, Dad, when was the last time you thought about something positive? And he goes, I'm positive you're fucking gay. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this. So last day of school, 5th grade, my teacher hands me the letter, and she goes, John, when you get home, give this to your parents. You've been submitted to our Summer Stars program. So all fucking jacked up, I run home, I tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, I got into the Summer Stars program. My dad's high-fiving me, he's like, my son's a fucking genius. Give the letter to my mom actually reads the letter, and she goes, yeah, you're going to summer school. And my dad's like, no, he's going to some genius program called Summer Stars. And my mom's like, no, they call summer school Summer Stars so the kids don't feel bad about themselves. So all disappointed, my dad looks at me, he's like, you didn't read the fucking letter? And I look at my dad and I'm like, I can't read. Thank you very much, everybody.